Hi, friends. It's Peggy Noe from PrettyPaperCards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here today with my little Yorkshire Terrier, Ellie. And happy November! Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's November 1st already. Aren't you just shocked? People are posting how many shopping days until Christmas and all that stuff. I don't even really want to think about it. I'm not seeing myself live here. This is not good. I might have to start again. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay, it looks like we are. We're going live. So, hello, hello. Good to see you guys. Um, yep, it looks like things are working. It always is scary. Is it going to work or is it not going to work? All the electronics and stuff, because I'm broadcasting to YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So, Tammy, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Are you guys excited for November? Not excited for November? I don't know. It means the beginning of a lot of shopping and kind of pressure sometimes. So I don't know how I feel about it being November 1st. Tracy Ludeman, good to see you. But I do know that I'm happy for the fall, the official fall cooler weather, although it's about 85 right here right now. But it's getting cold at night, which for us is in the 50s, and so we like that. And it's just good to be fall. I saw that back east, some of you, I don't know where you might be, but I know people are getting snow today. My son back in Massachusetts had snow this morning. So, Tammy, I know it did come very fast. So, if you have snow, Tootie Oliver, good to see you. Let me know if you have snow. I would like to know. It's your favorite time of the year, Tammy. I know. It is. It is. Um, if we can set aside those pressures, what's for Christmas, what are you going to eat, what are you going to buy, what's for Thanksgiving, etc. So Ellie was a ghost yesterday. Some of you saw her little ghost picture that I posted. Tina Lesson from Granite Falls, North Carolina. What's your weather like today, Tina? Do you have any snow? Or just cool weather, maybe rain? Yeah, 45, Trudy. Oh boy, woo, that's chilly. It's wonderful though. I mean, I think we need a change. We always need change to keep us going because otherwise we get kind of bored of the same thing. Yeah, just can get kind of bored. But we're on the countdown, so we're going to make a little Christmas card today, a fun Christmas card. I'm going to show you a little technique that might be fun. So, what is, oh, Tina, no snow, just chilly. Linda Brady, good to see you. Cool and windy. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. My husband said, we've been talking about Ellie being so kind of sleepy and not really doing anything. So on the live, we need to figure out something to see if we can get her a little more active. If the Amazon man comes, she is very active. Colleen Ludicky, cool and wet in Seattle. Okay, nice. Nice though. We actually had a fire the other day because not here near me exactly, but down the freeway. We've had the Santa Ana winds and it's very dry. It's been very dry. And we did have a little fire on a hillside, but no structures were burned or anything. It was on a place that had burned some years ago. Margaret Gordon from Australia, good to see you. In your spring is what you have there, right? Your spring. So I am going to put Ellie down and let her just go ahead and take her nap because we're just going to play around with some Christmas things today. As far as news, there's a new kit out today from Stampin' Up. Hi, Pam. Thank you for sharing. North Carolina. So there's a new kit out. I don't have it, but it looks like a fun kit. So if you like kits, I think it's kind of a recreational, maybe camping kit. I didn't have a lot of time to look at it. Kathy Oderly, good to see you. 42 and sunny, Central Illinois. Linda Brady, dry in Virginia. Oh, the rivers look like creeks. I'm so sorry. You guys need rain. I know, that's been a problem. So, a new kit out from Stampin' Up. Now, one thing we're waiting for is November 7th. Beginning November 7th, some new online exclusives are coming out. I've shown you a little bit of what I could get, and I'll be talking about it more so that'll be a week from yesterday, Tuesday the 7th. So we'll have some new stuff on the 7th to look at. It's kind of a little mellow time while we're in the mini catalog, which has so many wonderful things, and that we're going to use some products from that today. You saw the kit, Tracy. Okay, you think it's amazing. Good. I have a little thing to show you. I just made it because you know what? I love those floral, what are they called? Floral paper florist dies. Have you guys seen those? I'm just going to show you what I made. I was really excited when they came out, and I haven't had enough time to really play with them. It's a lot of dies of flowers and leaves and flower centers, and there's a lot that you can do with them. I have played with them, but not the time I wanted. And I wanted to just make a holiday floral kind of picture. So I'll show you what I made. I just got the frame for it today. I ordered it from Amazon. So I made this 6x6 floral arrangement using a bunch of different reds and a bunch of the different flowers and leaves. And I've got some of that silver and gold adhesive glimmer paper. That is an online exclusive. That's available now. And the paper is also an online exclusive. That is, I believe it's called Shining Christmas. And I just wanted a little frame thing for my house as a decorative piece. I don't think I'll teach it or do a kit with it because it's pretty advanced as far as you have to really play with the leaves, and I didn't get out my glue gun. I probably should have. So we'll see how long it sticks all together in this dry weather. Oh, hi, Roz. I was missing you. Tammy, thank you. I do really like it. And that big flower is cherry cobbler cardstock. And the two lighter ones are Poppy Parade, and then there's a real red in there. I should have used that Merlot. We have that beautiful Merlot cardstock. I didn't use that, but I just got in a flower mood. You know, we've had so much Christmas. So I did Christmas flowers. So that's my new design piece. I'll be showing that on my blog probably later this week. Let me just set this off to the side. I don't want anything to happen to it. So, and anyway, if you love flowers like I do, these are some dies, these paper florist dies that I'm going to keep for a long time because they have a lot. I have barely touched the surface of what you can do with those. So, not like I said, it's kind of just a little lull of a time until we get some new online exclusive products and things. So I wanted to show you what we're going to work with today. Let me go ahead and turn you down. And this is a beautiful, beautiful suite. It's called the Magical Meadow Bundle. And one thing that I do have to say that's fabulous is all of the papers except one are back in stock. You guys, every paper except one, and the one is, I actually have it. This one, I'm trying to remember what it's called. This particular one is still out of stock, but every other paper we have in the mini and the annual catalog, at least as of 20 minutes ago, they're all in stock. So that's why I wanted to show you this, because this had been out for a while. And the papers, and it's so beautiful, this whole entire set. It's page 36 and 37 of the mini catalog, the holiday mini. These are some of their samples, but let's actually look at it. Here is the stamp set, and at first I was a little bit like, what are these little guys? They're little scenes, and they're kind of cute. But I'm loving these branches and this foliage with the berries on it. The sentiments are kind of what it says, just wintry. Winter wishes, may the season of sparkle bring you delight, and the colder weather brings us together. Just real, not necessarily Christmas, just winter. And well, first I'll show you the dies. Here are the dies. Lots of dies. You get 13 dies. And there are some snowflakes. I haven't even used that. These two larger, this larger one and this die go with, cut out these little scenes. And I need to do something with that. I need to really do it. But the ones I'm loving are these four right here. And these are the two we're going to use today. In fact, I'm just going to take them off so I have them handy for me. So I'm going to show you a little technique. These are berries, and I haven't used those either. I need to just start playing with these things. So those are the dies, 13 dies. So that bundle is what we're using today. Now let's check out the paper, because it was one of my favorites when it first came out. This is called the Winter Meadow Designer Series paper, and we're going to use some of these today. We're going to use this one today. And what's the back of that? Okay, I'm going to ponder what I'm going to use today, because I have a sample, but I'm going to change it up a little bit with you guys. So that's the back of that. Some of them, here's a gray one with a deer, which is very beautiful. And there's the back. This is also really pretty. The colors are blue and green, different blues and greens. This is a pretty one, and you could set one of those scenes right in there, couldn't you? There's the back. This is another favorite. I'm really liking the blues and greens, and here the berries are blue. Then, okay, that's the Designer Series paper. And then we have the Snowflake Magic Specialty paper. Hi, Renee, good to see you. This has been out, and this is one reason I was anxious to show this to you guys today and use it, is because it's back in. Snowflake Magic Specialty paper. I think you get 2 of each of these foils in one package, and I've got them cut down to 6 by 6, but all of these papers are 12 by 12, so you get lots of paper, and they are really snowflake magic. I really think so. So I think we're going to use these 2 today. So let me show you. This is the card I made, but like I said, we're going to change it up and use some different papers. I don't know if you guys know, I think I've mentioned to you before. My lines are a little going off toward Jones's, aren't they? Let's get our lines a little straighter. Okay. Aren't those papers, Linda? They are beautiful. In fact, I'm going to take a little, I'm trying to stay really hydrated because of the dry weather. This is my little pumpkin spice mug. And I've got some flavored sparkling water in there. It's very good. Okay, so some of you know about what's called the Global Design Project Challenge. It's a global challenge, and you can find it at globaldesignproject.com. And they give challenges every week, and sometimes it's a color challenge, sometimes it's a sketch challenge, and I like to play it. It's really the only challenge I have time for anymore, and sometimes I don't, but I like to take that sketch or the colors and see what I can do with it, just because it is a challenge, a challenge. It gets you out of your normal box, because you end up using the same colors or the same designs. So I thought this one was pretty. And this week, the challenge is, and you really can't even see it, that's why I'm going to hold it up, and that's why I'm going to use different colors, to have 4 thin stripes down the center of your design with a circle in the middle. That's all it showed that you have to do, is 4 strips down the center and a circle. So this is what I did using the paper, this beautiful Winter Meadow. It's called, the bundle is Magical Meadow. I want to get that name right. And this is one of the papers. And I just really, I love it. I just love the papers, and I think the challenge is fun. Hi, Kay. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. So, if you ever are in need of a little just, encouragement or a little new, something to do new, go over to Global Design Project because I like it. So, what I thought we'd do something using the same papers, the same bundle, but we'll use some different papers. And I want to show you a little technique. I want you to look at this little die right here, the one I cut, and it has the little berries on it. Let me see if I can, I don't know if you can tell that I've colored the berries darker. This, it's actually Moody Mauve, one of the in colors, but I made the paper, and I've shown you this technique before using Stampin' Blends, and I'm going to show you how to do that, and we'll do that on our card. So let's get started, and this time I'm going to do this shape of a card, or this, the card size is the same, but it's the finished card size, but this is a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of basic white cardstock, and it's really, you've seen me use it quite often, but I think it's fun. It's fun for people to open. They don't necessarily expect a handmade card to open quite this way. And so I like to do this fold. It's not a fancy fold, it's just a fold. So we're going to start with this, and we're going to cover the front completely with a paper. So here's my thinking. I want to do it a little different. I want the stripes to really show this time because, as I mentioned, these stripes aren't showing too much, although I think it's pretty. So I thought I would maybe put this foil behind, and we'll go ahead with this for stripes again, and then we'll put this for the circle. What do you think? I think I want to try it that way. Okay, so I've got my paper trimmer here, and we can just make some decisions as we go. I kind of like to do that. I like to just play around. So this, as I mentioned, we want it to be the full size of the front of the card. We're going to go 4 1/4. And when I do a card that's where I cover the front completely, I always take the designer series paper and go just a hair bigger. Not a lot, not even really a 1/16 of an inch, but just a hair bigger than the size of the front, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And because what I don't want to happen is to have the designer series paper be too small. So I hope that didn't happen here. Let's try it. Yeah, look at that. It's a little bit too small on the edges. Look at that. What in the world? Good thing I have more. Okay, let's get out some more of my snowflake magic. See what I mean? Well, it was a good illustration for you to see why that happened. So here's another sheet. Let's see if I can fix that this time. Here I'm giving it as an example, and I do the very thing that's wrong. Okay, let's try it again. 4 1/4, and we're going to go a little hair bit over. I wonder if my card, let me see, possibly this card might be too big. Let's check that out. 4 1/4. Looks right. Let's try it. Oh, it was that little hair bit. The card was a little too large. Aha. Now we discovered what it was. You know, I'm just not, we just kind of go together, don't we? We just make cards together, and it isn't, I don't have it always just perfect, but I know you guys don't either. Okay, now our beautiful specialty paper covers the front perfectly. Isn't that beautiful? You know, it's a little hard to see in the camera, but look at the sparkliness of this. Winter Magic, I think. Yes, put prize if you want a prize. Snowflake Magic specialty paper. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus here, because if I used glue, it would be liable to put little lumps. And who wants lumps on your card? Nobody wants lumps on the card. Okay. So here we go. let's go like this. And this is a time of year, November is a time of year for us, you guys. It's our time. It's card makers' time because it's our time to make cards. So I guess that's another reason I want to try to make quite a few Christmas cards for you so that you have a lot of options. You can choose your options of what you want to do. I hope to give you good ideas. Okay, that's not too bad. There's a tiny hair bit of white showing over there, but on the whole, pretty good, right? So we've got our front of our card covered. Now what we're going to do is let's go ahead and take this pretty white sparkly piece, and I'm going to cut some 1/2 inch strips. And so what I'm going to do is, I've mentioned this before, that on our paper trimmer you've got a 1 inch mark over here, but you also have a 1 inch mark over there. So like in this case, I would rather have my paper laying completely flat on the trimmer and bring it over to the 1/4 inch mark. So I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to cut 4 strips that are because this gives me the ability to really hold my paper. Okay, I'm going to pull the score blade up out of the way, and I'm going to cut 4 1/4 inch strips, and they come out they're supposed to come out real even because I have the ability to hold that in nicely. Okay, 1, 2, 3, which will come down, and 1/4 one, 4. Okay, there we go. And you still have this is something you could do with the leftovers, even like from this piece we cut, and I had all this left over. So this would be a good leftover piece to cut the strips from on your next card, right? Okay, so let's get our 4 strips out. And the sample that they had for the Global Design Project, which is what we're copying, we're using that design, right? And they had the papers, the strips coming straight down with the circle on top. Now this is a little bit tricky right here. So, goodness sakes, what am I going to do? Okay, I think what I'm going to do is, let me see, I'm going to use one of my silicone mats here to put the adhesive on all the way down. And then when I pull it off, if there's any overage, I can just tuck it in like that. That's usually what I do. I want this to come out nice now. The first one I glued. I do have a lot of overage on this, don't I? Wow. So we're going to tuck all those sides in like that. Hope this turns out well. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and lay this down. I'm going to leave a little extra on the top and the bottom. I'm going to put it just like that. Okay, there's piece number 1. And in the end, I'm going to go back and trim. Okay, let's see if we can do this again. Neat. Really going off the sides, isn't it? I don't really like that. Okay, I wonder if I used a piece of paper, if that would work better. I'm talking to myself. Do you hear me talking to myself? I'm thinking if I used a piece of the grid paper, maybe the adhesive would stick to the grid paper and I wouldn't have it left here on the sticking to my little strip. So you're part of the design process. Do the 2 outside ones first and then the 2 center. That's what I've seen done by others. Thank you, Cindy. Hi, Cindy. Good to see you. And Vicki Eakins. Thank you. Well, you know, I'm glad you popped over here. Okay, so let's put this one on again on the center. See if we can get that even. Okay, good. Now let's bring out some paper and we'll see if it works better for this. Okay. Let's see. No, it doesn't work better. You know, I just didn't want to use glue because glue doesn't adhere that much foil to foil. And I didn't want it to slide around. I guess I could have used tear and tape, I guess. I could have done that. I'm not being a very good example to you. So this is what happens if you have a foil base sheet there. If it was just a plain piece of Designer Series paper, I wouldn't have this problem. I hope we're really happy with the way it comes out. I hope it turns out really beautiful. I'm not feeling super satisfied though. A little, okay. I don't feel that they're very straight. Let me see, can I pull them off? Oh, they do pull off real easy. That's one good thing. Okay, they're pulling off very easy. Let's try it again then. Let's see if we can get this a little better. I don't know. I may just change my mind right in the middle of my live. You know, people do that. What do you think about that? I haven't used my foil yet. It's so pretty. It is pretty. It's beautiful. That's the whole thing. It's so beautiful. That's why I wanted to use it. And I thought, well, we'll just hope that this comes out nice. Let me see if I can. Okay, we'll do it one more time. One more time. All right, let's see. I wonder, can you trim this off? I really don't even use Stampin' Seal Plus all that much. No, apparently not. It's totally stuck to my scissors. Oh, goodness sakes. I'm having fun. Aren't you guys having fun? You do. Okay, good, Tammy. Yes, we do. We can change. We might change our mind if these don't come out even. But we'll just see here. Hopefully they will, because I know they're going to look pretty in the end. I think, if I get it all straight. Okay, so one more piece over here. Let's try this. This is a good reason why I love my multi-purpose glue, because you can move it about. All right, let's see. Let's trim this. I'll get some different little scissors out here. And we'll trim this off and see if we like the way it looks. You guys are going to be my helpers. You're going to tell me if it's too crooked or not. And we'll see what we think. If it's too crooked, we'll just make another one. We'll use something different. What do you think? I don't think it's too bad. I think it looks kind of good. Now everything's all sticky here. I don't think it's too bad. This little one isn't sticking. I just wanted this beautiful paper to show. You know, I get to choose which one of these I enter into the challenge, so it might be the other card. Okay, let's go with that. What do we think? Are we good? Okay. All right, now I'm going to choose, I love this. This is my favorite of the papers, this berry-ish paper. Well, I don't know, berry-ish. So I'm going to use my 2 3/8 inch punch, and I want to get a piece with quite a few of the berries on it, like that. So this will be in the center. And I was thinking I wanted something else out and around it. What would we have out and around it? Just pondering, just pondering. Do you ever just ponder? I'm going to try something else. I'm going to punch one of these, and I'm going to cut it in half. And you can put one on the top and one on the bottom to enlarge your circle if you want to. Let's see, what do we think that makes any difference? Does that make much of a difference or not? I don't really think that makes much of a difference. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to work with what we've got. So let's put this little guy on with some dimensionals, and then we're going to start to add leaves. I've got lots of dimensionals today, all different size dimensionals here. And then we'll start cutting our leaves. Okay. And look at the back. It goes really well with the foil, doesn't it? Okay, here we go. We're going to put our little berries up, facing kind of up, and let's go ahead and do some die cutting. Oh, so this is the technique I wanted to show you. We're going to cut our, there's that sticky stuff. Seal Plus is just all over the place. A technique to add color, different color to your leaves rather than cutting them out of a piece of cardstock. What we can do is we can color with blends. And I'm gonna want to cut a couple of these. So I'm gonna go lightly. I'm just holding very lightly using the brush end, and you've seen me do this before. It's an alternative to watercoloring, and then die cutting with watercolor. And then you can just kind of do some, and nobody is going to see this, okay, because what they're going to see is they're going to see the die cut piece with all the leaves and everything. So I just am going to do that. And then we're going to get out our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And here is the die that we're going to use. And I may go back and do a little more coloring afterwards. So I'm going to find where I'd like to put it right there. And I'm going to go ahead and cut out all around it. So maybe I could save a portion of that. And we'll go ahead and just die cut this piece. And we're going to see how it comes out. Have you guys ever done this? Okay, Tammy says no. And let's see, hopefully it went through. Yes. Okay. And I may not have had enough darkly colored areas, but what the idea is, so the idea is that we, bring this guy back. The idea is that this piece is not all the same color. It's all different colors, okay? So the first thing I want to do is I really want to color my berries, and now I've got the dark misty mauve, moody mauve, dark moody mauve, Stampin' Blend, and I'm going to color the berries in really dark, okay? And I may go over them a couple of times. But it's instead of watercoloring, because it gives a variation of color. So now I'm going to go back to the light Stampin' Blend, and I'm going to just do a little bit of interesting color just to darken some areas, just so it doesn't look all one color. It's kind of variegated. And when you use the light again on top of the light, in other words, I'm using the light Stampin' Blend marker, and I already used the light Stampin' Blend marker, so it is not as drastic a difference as using the dark color. So I'm just giving it, and when it dries, you'll see that it's just a real variation in color that is pleasing to the eye. And you know, right here there's a teeny little whoops, thing that should poke out there, a little part of the die that didn't poke out. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with the dark, and I'm going to color the berries again to get them even darker. Little things like this People do not have any idea all that you do on your cards, but they add interest and they add a little bit of an artistic flair. Now, let's pull our card back in. And do you see how interesting that looks? You've got all those different colors. Let me hold it up a little bit so that you can see it better. All those different colors. And we can put our little foliage wherever we want, but I think it looks kind of nice. Now we're going to cut out a bit more. Let's cut out, here is another die that I feel goes with that die, because this is a similar die with foliage, but it doesn't have the berries on it. So let's see what we might want to do with this. Let's use some more of this pretty white sparkle. We'll just cut a piece out of this. We're just going to add several pieces and see how that turns out. Thanks, Vicki. Yeah, it's just a fun little technique that you know, a lot of real artistic people will do a whole sheet of watercolor paper, and then they'll die cut their foliage out of the watercolor, and that's beautiful too. But this is just another method of doing it. I'm going to have to clean these scissors. They're just, when I cut the adhesive, ooh, it just stuck all to the scissors. So there's a pretty little piece of this, the white. And we can even put the white more on the inside and this more on the outside. Isn't that kind of pretty? I just really like that. Okay, so let's adhere it with just a very few dots of glue. I'm going to go ahead and put the white piece down first. And I'm just going to put the dots of glue in just where there's space. I'm just running little bits of glue. And you guys know I don't like to adhere the tops really of my foliage, because that way it can come forward. I'm just going to press that down. It just needs to hold in a few little spots, and then we'll do our fancy colored piece. Just a little tiny bit. I think that should do it. And we'll make sure this comes out a little bit to the side so people can really see how pretty that is. I think that's, I don't know, I think it's very pretty. I like it, and the stripes do show a lot better on this one, don't they? Okay, now let's get ourselves a sentiment, and I think we're going to use Pretty Peacock. I'm using some of the colors that were on the, let's see, here's our beautiful designer series paper, and here are the colors. Moody Mauve, Lost Lagoon, which is, I think, in that sparkly paper, and Pretty Peacock. So just use those and you'll be fine. Use those colors and your project will turn out wonderful. And here's the sentiment. We're going to use the little sentiment that says sparkly, and I may just cut that word out. May this season of sparkle bring joy and delight. Now I'm debating because on the other card I just cut out the word sparkle. I have to get my better scissors. Oh, here they are. No, those are the worst ones. These are the better ones. I think I'm just going to cut out the word sparkle because this card is so sparkly. And you know I like to do this. Of course, you can put any sentiment, any part of a sentiment that you want to. But I sometimes like to just cut out And I think the word sparkle is just so perfect. And then it's really, you know, this could be even for a winter birthday, like you sparkle everywhere you go kind of thing, or you are a sparkle in my life. Oh, I'm thinking up sentiments for Stampin' Up, aren't I? That's funny. I kind of like the word sparkle. I don't know about you guys. Okay, so here we go. So you can do anything you like with this to make a lovely, lovely Christmas card. I'm just showing you a couple of fun new techniques that you might want to try. So that just says sparkle. Okay, and we are going to add, I am going to add, this is Moody Mauve ribbon. No, it's supposed to be Sweet Sorbet, but I think it looks like Moody Mauve, don't you? So we're going to make a bow. You guys know I love to make bows. We're just going to make a little bow in here. I'm going to leave some extra room for the tail. We'll just make a cute little bow. And it's sparkly. It goes along with our theme, doesn't it? Our sparkle theme. Yep. So I want to know who has some of your Christmas cards done. Let me know. Tell me in your comments. Who has some Christmas cards made? And if anybody has all of them made, I'm going to be frustrated. Robin, you're watching at work. Okay, we won't tell. We won't tell. I'm glad you're watching though. Tammy, yes, this would be perfect for your December birthday. Maybe I'll send it to you. Tammy's one of my downline. And I just could do that. I really could. Because she is a sparkly girl. Oh, these scissors are just bad. Okay, so this ribbon is going to look great. And this is an interesting ribbon. Let me see what it's actually called. Metallic woven ribbon, because it can, see how it pulled out there? I may pull a little bit more out. And I'm going to go ahead and just adhere it right in here with a little glue dot. Let me just use my finger method, the little finger method for the glue dot. We'll put it right there, and we'll put this ribbon right down on the glue dot, and then we might start pulling the ribbon out. It's an interesting type of ribbon, but because it's woven, you can just pull it out like this and make it wider and thicker. Oh, there's some sirens outside. I do kind of back up to a busy corner, so I think that's what's happening there. So we'll just pull some of this ribbon out to give a little different look. And I may go back afterward and just really even that up. But there, we've pulled it out a little bit. Trim off our tails, and then we'll get our sentiment put on. Okay. And then we're going to get some little sparkly pearls on there, and that's going to be our prize today for next week, is sparkly pearls. Yes, you hear them. Yeah, it's I live also a little bit close to the fire department, so that's why you hear the sirens. It's a good thing that we live near the, you know, we want the fire engines to come when someone needs it. And there's some apartments nearby too. Okay, let's put a couple of little mini dimensionals on there, the little baby ones. And we're going to be ready to adhere our little sentiment right on there. There's our sparkle word. And now we're going to add some iridescent pearl basic jewels to really sparkle this up. I know Robin loves sparkle, and oh my gosh, these scissors are just a mess. Do you guys know how to clean your scissors? I clean them with rubbing alcohol. I have a little container right here of rubbing alcohol, and I just put it on some Kleenex and just clean my scissors. So we're just going to put a bunch of little pearls right around there to sparkle this card up. Okay, come here, Pearl. Okay, let's see, we'll put one down here. I may go back and add some more. Isn't that kind of cute? I really do love this paper. This is a beautiful sparkle card, and sparkle is good. You are right, Marcia. Sparkle is very good. So this is your card for today. Use the beautiful, beautiful paper. Again, it's called Winter Meadow and Snowflake Magic. Snowflake Magic. I like that name. Okay, let's give away a prize. There we are. Okay, the prize from last week, and I know a lot of you really wanted it. My bangs get crazy sometimes. This is 2 of my cards that we made last week. Do you remember the autumn cards with the strips, the 1-inch strips going across? So I've got both of the cards that we worked on last week, and that's our prize. And the winner, hi Melanie, I didn't see you until just now. Hello Melanie. This is our prize from last week, and our winner is Tina Lesson. Tina, thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate you guys watching and being with me on my lives. So this is for Tina. I will get these out to you, and you'll have, hi Lori, good to see you. And you'll have 2 great cards coming in the mail to you. And they both say so thankful for you, so they're perfect for November, the thankful month. So yes, congratulations, Tina. And the gift for the prize for next week is a package of the iridescent pearls. I'll put them up real close. I love these guys, and these are the ones that you can color if you want to color them. They're the ones I just used on our card today. So put the word prize, and I won't look at it for about a month. What am I saying? I won't look at this for about a week. I'll go over all of your comments today, and then next Wednesday, before I do my live, about a half an hour before I come in, I go through and write down all the names of those of you who have put the word prize today, and I use the random number generator for both my YouTube people and my Facebook Live people, and you're all entered to win. And so be sure to put the word prize if you want some of these. Okay, happy November 1st. Welcome everybody to November. We're going to do thankful cards a lot of the month. We're going to do Christmas cards. We're going to get you ready. We might even do some little gifty things, place cards. I'm starting to get quite a few things in mind for this month. And so come back on Friday, 4 o'clock Pacific time. I will see you then. We're going to make a fun fold card on Friday. Okay, thank you guys.